A week after Chidera had moved in with Christian, one afternoon, Christian picked up his phone with excitement, dialing his uncle, Nicholas. It had been a few weeks since they last spoke, and he felt it was the perfect time to share the news of his engagement. "Hello, uncle," Christian said when Nicholas answered. "Hey, Cristiano, my boy, how are you? It has been a while, oh." Nicholas replied, his voice warm but tired. "I am fine, uncle. I have something important to tell you, though." Christian began. "I'd like to come over and visit you, but not alone. There is someone special I want you to meet." "Someone special, Cristiano? Oh, Nicholas asked, curiosity piqued. "Yes, uncle, the woman I want to marry. I have told her so much about you, and I think it's time for you to meet her. She's amazing, uncle. I think you will love her." Nicholas chuckled softly. "Cristiano, if she's the one who has captured your heart, who am I, my boy? I am sure she will be very wonderful. When are you coming? Let me prepare." Tomorrow, uncle, in the afternoon. "If that is okay with you," Christian replied. "Of course, Cristiano, of course. I will be here. I can't wait to meet her." Cristiano, Nicholas said, his voice carrying genuine excitement. Meanwhile, Christian shared the news with Chidera later that evening. "We'll be visiting my uncle tomorrow, Dera," Christian said as they sat together in his living room. "My uncle I've been telling you about. He's like a father to me. He's the one who trained me through medical school and supported me all these years. I have told you so much about him. He's a very nice man. And tomorrow, you are finally going to meet him." Chidera smiled, though a hint of nervousness crossed her face. "Wow! I'm going to meet him tomorrow. Oh, you have told me so much about him, and I can't wait to meet him." "Yes, he is a very nice man," Christian said with pride. "After meeting him, we can start planning our trip to your village to meet your family." Chidera's smile faded slightly, but she quickly recovered. "Yes, of course, it would be nice to meet him first." The next day, Christian and Chidera arrived at Nicholas's new home. Chidera hadn't been there before and didn't recognize it, as Nicholas had moved after their breakup. As they entered the living room, Nicholas walked in to greet his nephew. His welcoming smile froze as his eyes landed on Chidera. His expression shifted from shock to anger, and he clenched his fist at his sides. "Cristiano," Nicholas called, his voice shaking. What is she doing here?" Cristiano." Christian frowned, confused. "Uncle, what is wrong? This is Chidera, my fiancée." Chidera's face went pale as recognition dawned. Nicholas," she whispered, taking a step back. Without another word, she turned and ran out of the house. "Uncle, what's going on? Do you know her?" Christian asked, alarmed. Nicholas sat heavily on the couch, his hand trembling. "No her kwa, ha, nkanwa ba ajuju. Christian, that woman is the reason I ended up in the hospital a few months ago." Christian's eyes widening in disbelief. "What are you talking about, uncle?" Nicholas took a deep breath and told Christian everything. "I found Della 1 year after my wife died. On the road when I was coming back from my wife's village. Della I was stranded and hopeless on the road. She told me she was an orphan with no one to help her, and her uncle threw her out of the house because her uncle wanted her to marry a man older than her. I took her and I brought her here to Lagos, and I decided to train her to university. I gave her everything she needed. I planned to marry her, and I even told her before she started the university. She accepted Christian. But she used me. Christian, she used me. Dela used me. Dela left to me. She said I was too egotic. That is recently. Recently, this thing happened. Recently. That day you came that I was down. That was the day it happened. She came and told me that I was too egotic and Sophie. She said I am not educated. Let me not to go and be speaking English. For her, that is what she told me. She said I am not good enough for her. Cristiano, can you imagine? Christian sat in stone silence, the peace falling in place. She told me her family lives in the village, uncle. She never mentioned being an orphan or knowing you. She never did, uncle. Cristiano, that girl is a liar, Nicholas said bitterly. She used me now. That means you are the one she told you the truth. She used me. She just to use me, Cristiano. Can you imagine? And now she want to end up with you and keep deceiving you like the way she do to me. Cristiano, that girl is a very bad person. She is a snake. Big one. Christian clenched his fist. Uncle, I am so sorry. I had no idea she's the one. I had no idea she's a devil then. Uncle, you don't deserve what this girl did to you. You don't deserve it. You are a good man. I need to confront her. I need to confront her immediately. And she's leaving my house. She is already in your house, Cristiano. Nicholas asked. Yes, uncle. She's in my house because she couldn't afford her rent and she hadn't found a job yet. Cristiano, Nicholas called out. That girl is a devil. She is a devil. Confront her. Confront her. She is a very big devil. Now she pack into your house to go and use you again. Dela. Christian drove home in a rage, his thoughts racing. When he arrived, he found Chidera sitting on the sofa, her eyes red from crying. Christian, please, let me explain. She began, standing up as he entered. Explain what? Chidera, what do you want to explain? Christian demanded, his voice sharp. You lied to my uncle about your family. Is that what you want to explain? That you used my uncle, my own uncle, and left him heartbroken. Dera, you are such an unbelievable human being. Okay, what do you know that you want to explain to me? The fact that you lied against your own parents, Dera. I've been fooled. Dera, you have fooled me. Okay, you want to tell me that you are nothing but a fraud? Is that what you want to explain? Christian asked, raising his voice. Tears streamed down Chidera's face. Christian, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I was young and foolish. I made a mistake. Please. Mistake? Christian interrupted. You call deceiving a man who gave you everything a mistake? You call lying to him about your family a mistake? And you called you deceiving me all this while a mistake, Chidera? I trusted you. But you have been fooling me. You have been fooling me all this while, using me and taking my love for granted. Is that what you call a mistake? I love you, Christian, she said desperately. I was trying to move on from my past. Move on? Christian scoffed. You are nothing but a user, Chidera. You don't know how to appreciate anyone. You used my uncle, and now you want to start using me. And you said you want to move on. Moving on, do you think Kama is a fool? Chidera, Kama is always there, waiting at the right time. Let me tell you. Please, don't end this, she begged, falling to her knees. I will make it right. I will do anything to make it right. Please, Christian. It's too late, Christian said coldly. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I will advise that you pack your things and leave my house. Please, my uncle is too precious for me to come and be dragging you, a user, with him. I will never betray him because he has been like a father to me. I will never betray my uncle for your sake, Chidera. Please, pack your things and leave my house. Christian, please, Chidera pleaded. I say leave, he shouted, turning away from her. The next morning, Chidera left Christian's house with her belongings. Feeling lost, she went to her best friend, Oge, hoping for support. But when Oge opened the door, her expression was anything but welcoming. What do you want, Chidera? Oge asked, her tone ice. I need a place to stay, Chidera said, tears in her eyes. Christian broke up with me because he found out about me and Nicholas. And he broke up with me, and now I don't have a place to stay. Oge laughed bitterly. Kama, is that you? Hey, my dear, your Kama, you just come so soon. You don't even wait. So Kama has finally caught up with you, Ah, wow. Oge, please. But you were the one who advised me. You supported me. You told me to leave Nicholas. Chidera said desperately. Hey, yes, so it's because you were foolish. And you were foolish enough to listen now. Oge replied mockingly. Do you think I actually cared about you? Fool. Nicholas was a blessing you didn't deserve. You were feeling like you were better than me, You threw away a man who loved you. For what? For sophistication. For English. The school he took you through. And you came out, you decided to be ingrate. And you are saying I'm the one that advised you. My dear, yes, I advised you because you were feeling like you were too big. And that is why I advised you. Yes, I am proud I did. Oge, I thought you were my friend, Chidera said, her voice breaking. And I thought you were smart, foolish girl, Oge shout back. But you are just a greedy, ungrateful fool. Get off my doorstep before I pour you water. Sophisticated idiot. Nonsense. Humiliated and heartbroken, Chidera turned and walked away. With nowhere else to go, Chidera decided to return to her village. When she arrived, she fell at her parents' feet, begging for forgiveness. Her father, Mr. Ofo, hesitated at first, but eventually relented. You have made a mistake, Chidera, but you are still our daughter. We forgive you. Chidera confessed everything to her parents. I ruined my life with lies and greed. I had a good man. He saw me through school. He was nice. And I threw it all away. Now I have nothing. Her mother comforted her, saying, life isn't over, my child. You can start again, but this time, be honest and humble. Take life gradually. Taking their advice, Chidera used her degree to secure a teaching job at the local secondary school. She focused on building her life, vowing never to repeat her mistakes. When she asked about her childhood friend Oma, her mother told her Oma got married last year and moved to Onitsha with her husband. Though her heart ached with regret, Chidera resolved to make the best of her second chance. She embraced her new life in the village, determined to find peace and redemption. This is the end of my story. So guys, our story ends here. Please guys, we are not just telling stories. We can learn from these things. Please don't forget to put down your opinion on the comment section below. And subscribe to my channel. Like, share my videos too. Please, encourage me. Support my growth. Please, I'm pleading with you. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so when I upload our next story, you'll be first to notified. Bye and see you in my next one.